Nickett here. Thanks for tuning in to episode number 2, Buck Nickett Outdoors. So the last video I left you with the thought that I need to find sign to set up on. That's what today's about. It is currently it's 95 degrees. If I get a chance to get out here, I want to know where I'm going. So, sticking true to what I said last time, today I brought my gear. I'm gonna get out here to the farm, and there's 2 chunks of woods I want to walk through, basically. I want to walk through one, look for fresh buck sign, a trail with some rubs on it, some poop, some acorn, something like that. If nothing shakes in that first set, I'm going to the second set. If nothing shakes there, I'm going home. We're gonna do that pretty much until either the gas prices come down or pre-rut hits. Because pre-rut, I know exactly where I'm gonna be. So I'm not like real into it. Like we're going, we're hunting, we're doing it, we're hunting. But like, I'm not gonna be mad if, you know, nothing, like I ain't really trying to go kill something, because the last 2 years I've killed opening week of bow season, my buck, both years. And I'd missed out on some pre-rut action, and I really want some of that this year. Okay, we're onto something here. This is what I've been looking for. I'm not very far from the truck at all. And look at this. So what I'm gonna try to do is string together 5 or 6 of them, figure out a trail. I mean, that's what I'm looking for, really. Seems pretty cool so far. We're gonna keep sliding down in here, looking for more. We just jumped up a deer. We're in this thick stuff. I ain't seen any more sign. But we just jumped up a deer right here in front of me, and it took off running. It sounded big, it sounded alone, and it did not blow. So I'm gonna look through this area right here and try to find some buck sign. I know more than shut the camera off. I found this. I found that. Now, I see another one way up there that way. Let's go look. Also, I want to add in, the woods were very thick right there. And right where this buck was, it opened up a lot more. And I've seen 2 rubs so far since I just got here. Okay. This is what I've been talking about. Fresh buck sign. So, considering these rubs are basically right where I jumped him up, this is his bedroom. I mean, I really wasn't intending on blowing a buck out of his bedroom, but it happened nonetheless. I'm gonna look at the map. Yeah, this makes sense. We're on a point coming down off of a ridge. They like to use those to travel up and down. I'm not surprised he was right here, honestly. That's why I came here to look. I don't know that I want to push much further, because he ran the way I'm heading. But I don't want to run him out of the county. Alright. Spot number 1. We jumped up a buck right about where I thought a buck would get jumped up. Because last year, there was a basket rack 8-pointer living right there in that hole. So I'm not surprised to find rubs and a jumped buck there. That's why I went there, because last year told me the odds were good for that spot. So I went back to the truck, drove to spot number 2. I'm not even bringing the bow. It's so crunchy, I'm not gonna get a shot at one. So all I brought is a camera, an apple, and a water. It's still 95 degrees. It's clouding up. My wife texted me and said that it's supposed to storm in a little bit, which that was not. That may have been a squirrel. It might storm. And it could be bad because of that temperature drop we're getting. The plan is changing. I just checked the radar. There's legit storms heading this way. So I'm going to quickly try to look at this bench. There's a bluff up there, and it drops down. And then there's a flat bench, and it drops down again, down into there. And I think they're going to use this bench like this. So my thought is to walk down this bench and look for rubs, look for a trail, spider webs in between every tree. This is early season hunting right here. 95 degrees, sweating my butt off, walking through spider webs, mosquitoes buzzing, thunderstorms coming in. That's rain. Now it's raining. Great. Well, maybe it'll cool me off. I guess that's all I can say about that. For the same reason I'm on a trail. This is a goddamn trail right here. Okay, this is looking good. Gooder all the time. I'm telling you, I checked the weather before I left, and it 0% chance until tomorrow morning. And now look at us. Now look at us. We in it. It's raining. We're good. GoPro's waterproof. The big camera is in the car. There's a lot of historical rubs in here, which is usually good. I'm good with historical. I don't have to have brand new fresh. Historical typically happens year after year, unless the landscape changes drastically. And it's raining harder now. We're gonna get wet, boys. I hope it don't get real weird. We're a little ways from the truck. Dude, this weather came out of nowhere, man. It is cooling off, though, already. God dang, guys, I love being out here. Looking for rubs in all the wrong places. What? Son of a... Yeah. It's really open right here. Still not really seeing much for sign. There's a historical rub. There. There's another one right there. There's just nothing fresh. That's crazy. Man, I thought this would be tore up with it. Low hanging branch. Licking branch. Look at that. I seen two of these over there, and I rub a scrape. I seen two of these over there, and I've never seen scrapes in September. Do they do that? Will bucks scrape in September? Leave a comment and let me know if you've ever seen them do that. That's 3 of them I've seen today, and I've never in my life seen one this early. It's raining something fierce now. The temperature has dropped about 10 degrees in the last 5 minutes. Pretty well wet through to the bottom, if you catch my drift. I still don't think I've seen what I would call a fresh rub on this whole side. And that's crazy, because it looks awesome. I mean, it looks awesome. Based on the evidence we have collected, I think I know where to go. Alright. I got a flock of turkeys in this field. They're heading to these woods. So I got in here. I'm gonna try to slip down and cut them off. I was inside of 30. I think I was about 25 yards. That was 3 hens and a bunch of poults. And I think the rain helped me because they knew I was in there, but they couldn't make it out. And I've always heard when it rains like this, that the turkeys, like, basically you can see every little drop of rain and they kind of shut down. I've witnessed that before. I was walking through a field and one turkey was all by itself in a rainstorm, and it was hunkered down with its head tucked under its wing, just kind of chilling there. I walked right up to it and kicked it, and then it took off freaking out. But I think they don't do very good at it. Oh man, I almost got that done. It was a couple of times I almost squeezed, but this, you know how it is with an arrow, if it hits one little limb, you're done. And there was a few little limbs there. So I figured I'd save the arrow, save wounding a turkey on a bad shot. They're hard enough to kill anyway with a bow. Holy farts. That was cool. Oh. Well, I am absolutely soaked to the bone. And I thank you, GoPro, for making waterproof cameras so my Canon can stay nice and dry in the truck. Dadgum. There's 2 deer in there too. Looked like a mom and a baby. They went to blowing and carrying on. I think they caught my wind. Boys, so this is episode 2. And if I've learned anything, I gotta work out next year before the season starts. This fat boy's out of shape. Feet are soaking wet. Clothes are soaking wet. Mullet is soaking wet. I'm gonna count tonight as a success because I accomplished what I wanted to, which was to find fresh buck sign, and we did that. So now the plan is, the next time I come here, I'm gonna go into that fresh buck sign. I'm gonna take my saddle, and up a tree we're gonna go. And I may start kind of on the edge, and we may start working our way in, kind of depending on what the wind does. I'd really like a north wind, which we're probably not gonna get for a while. We have a plan. Episode 2 over. I'm gonna go eat something, get a shower, get some dry clothes, and we'll see you guys on episode 3. We're gonna move into the buck bed. Thanks for watching, y'all. Y'all dang.